The Diocese of Winona-Rochester is detailing how filing for bankruptcy will affect survivors of clergy sexual abuse.
It's facing 121 claims of child sexual abuse by diocese clergy members between 1960 and 1986. And as News 8's Mel Meyer explains, it could be years before victims see any monetary compensation.
The Diocese of Winona-Rochester identified 16 clergy members that were accused of abuse during a time they worked for the diocese. Many of them were reported to the church but continued to work despite the allegations. Sometimes the clergy members were forced to receive treatment or reassigned to other positions.
So I deeply apologize to all of the victims.
Bishop John Quinn acknowledges how traumatic the abuse would have been for those survivors and that healing will take time.
So we know that process will be one that takes perhaps their lifetime.
It's one of the few reasons why the diocese is choosing to file bankruptcy now.
That we can provide for the victims an equitable and just distribution of our assets to be able to compensate them.
Attorney David Russell specializes in bankruptcy law. While not involved in the diocese case, he says Chapter 11 bankruptcy is a way to give businesses or organizations breathing room.
Automatic wall of protection goes up saying that any lawsuits or claims of creditors that have been in progress or are being pursued, those must stop.
In this case, the diocese will have to put together a plan on how it will reorganize, what creditors and claimants it can pay, and how it will move forward financially. This would apply to those without collateral, like the victims.
As long as they convince the court that those types of people will get at least as much as they would have in a straight wipeout liquidation, then the plan could be confirmed.
Russell also explained that it is possible the victims could get very little, but it all depends on how much money the church has.
That's the real issue. How much is there available to create some sort of plan?
That has yet to be seen until the Diocese of Winona-Rochester files, which is expected later this month. Reporting in Winona, Mel Meyer, News 8.
Now, Russell says these cases can be very expensive and take years to be resolved following these appeals.
If there is a disagreement about compensation, it would then go on to a federal district court.